Welcome to the Best U.S. Investors 2Regular Guys show. I'm Trent, this Mark, and today we're going to talk about how Peter Thiel utilized a government savings account to turn it into billions and how you possibly could do something similar. So let's get going. All right, Mark, this is an interesting subject because what is the biggest expense that we have throughout our lives? There's probably two, but probably the number one would be
Paying for my yacht?
no, but
No.
you're close.
Okay.
Ta Taxes.
Taxes. Yeah.
We are constantly being taxed. And when you go into retirement, taxes and healthcare are your two biggest battles. So today we're going to get into how to use a Roth IRA. What is a Roth IRA? How to use it? What kind of investments you can put in it? And how you could use it to your advantage as you get in closer or get into retirement age. So Mark, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. So, so if you want to retire, and the government doesn't do too much right in most people's opinion, but they did get this Roth right uh, until they figured it out and tried to take it away. But I do own Roths. I love Roths. It's just one of the best investment retirement vehicles out there. And so I wanted to go over a little bit about it. And most of it is the tax efficiency of the Roth and what you can do with it compared to with a regular IRA. When I started saving and the IRAs came out, there was no Roth. So I had to go through the whole conversion. I'm not going to get into that, but it was well worth it at the time I did it. So today, like Trent said, we're going to delve into the powerful tool that can significantly impact your financial future, and that's the Roth IRA. So, in a world where retirement planning can seem complex and overwhelming, the Roth stands out as a beacon of tax free potential. So, whether you're just starting your career or nearing retirement, understanding the Roth IRA is essential for building a secure financial future. So, what exactly is a Roth IRA? Well, simply put, it's a retirement savings account that offers tax free growth and tax free withdrawals in retirement. Unlike the traditional IRA, where you contribute pre tax dollars and pay taxes later, the Roth IRA operates on an after tax basis. This means you can contribute money that's already been taxed. Okay, so that's an interesting concept. If you're a highly taxed person, a lot of people just use IRAs because it brings their tax down at that moment. A lot of people think that in the future, they won't be making as much in the retirement. So, that's why they would use a regular IRA. I like it the other way around because I don't know what the tax situation is going to be like. I'd rather pay my taxes now and then let it grow exponentially, hopefully, and pay it later. So let's talk more about the magic of the Roth IRA. It's tax-free growth and tax-free withdrawals. So imagine your investment growing over decades, completely shielded from taxes. Okay, and when you reach retirement, you can withdraw those funds, including all gains, without paying a single penny in federal income tax, the way the law is written today. Now, that's the power of the Roth IRA. Another key feature is the absence of a required minimum distribution, or RMD, during your lifetime. With a regular IRA, I believe it's 72 now, you have to
I believe
start
so.
taking money out of your IRA. With a Roth, you do not. Okay. This gives you greater control over your retirement income and allows you to leave a potentially tax-free inheritance to your heirs. But of course, there's rules to follow. Okay, so let's talk about contribution rules. For 2025, if you're under if you're under 50, you can contribute up to $7,000 per year. If you're 50 or older, you can contribute $8,000 thanks to the catch-up contribution. So I contribute $8,000 because, I'm over 50. I think Trent even can do that now because he's an old man like me.
I can't.
So, yeah, that's right. But it's not just how much you contribute, it's also who can contribute because there's income limitations. The IRS sets income limitations based on your modified adjusted gross income, or MAGI. For 2025, if you're single, your MAGI must be below $150,000 to contribute the full amount. If it's between 150 and 165,000, your contribution is reduced. And if it's 165,000 or more, you can't contribute at all to an IRA. So you can't contribute. You'd have to go the other direction with the regular IRA. If you're married, filing jointly, if your combined MAGI is less than 236,000, you can make a full Roth contribution. If your combined MAGI is between 236 and 246,000, the contribution amount is reduced. If your combined MAGI is greater than 246,000, you cannot contribute to the Roth IRA at all. So I want you to always check with your financial advisor, check with your IRA and the IRS guidelines, because these numbers change. And again, we don't offer financial advice here, but that's generally where it's at, and you know how things change with the government. So go check it on yourself. But there are limits. So if you make too much money, the Roth is out. Okay. And that's too bad. Now, the key advantage of the Roth is how long you can contribute. So unlike a traditional IRA, there's no age limit. You can keep contributing to a Roth IRA as long as you have earned income and meet the income requirements. This means you can continue to build your tax-free retirement nest egg even later in life. So in my case, I can contribute $8,000. I'm on the catch up now because of my age. I need to have at least $8,000 of AGI to contribute $8,000. Okay, so if you're retired, have a part-time job, have money in the bank, you can put $8,000 in as long as you make $8,000 of AGI a year. It's also important to remember a few key points. You must have earned income to contribute, and we just talked about that, and you have until the tax filing deadline, usually April 15th of the following year, to make contributions for the previous year. If you accidentally contribute more than that limit, it's crucial to correct it by tax filing deadline to avoid penalties, and penalties are probably severe if
They're
you do
big.
that. So, yeah, so if you do that, call your brokerage, call your accountant, and figure out how to fix that. Okay. So we talked about contributions. So let's talk about distributions, getting money out. Oh, so let's talk about a scenario that many people wonder about, and I have myself. Taking a large distribution from your Roth IRA. Okay, imagine your current annual income is $50,000, and you decide to withdraw $50,000 from your Roth IRA, making your income $100,000 for the year. The question is, does this $50,000 distribution add to your adjusted gross income or AGI? Well, the good news is, and check with your accountant, generally a qualified distribution from a Roth IRA does not increase your AGI. This is one of the key benefits of a Roth IRA. Remember, you've already paid taxes on the money you contributed, so the government doesn't tax it again when you take it out, as long as it's considered a qualified distribution. Or how about another scenario? Let's imagine you set up your Roth IRA to generate a consistent $500 monthly dividend. Say you got it in some dividend fund, okay, and dividend's $500 a month. You say, I just want to take that out and just let it grow. So now the question is, can you take that $500 each month as a qualified distribution without affecting your adjusted gross income or AGI? The answer again is generally yes. Check with your accountant, check with your financial advisor. If you're taking qualified distribution from your Roth IRA, and typically they don't add that to your AGI. This is a key advantage of the Roth IRA. You've already paid taxes on that money you contributed, so the distributions are tax-free. However, and there's always a however, okay, there are a couple crucial conditions that must be met for a distribution to be considered qualified. First, you must be at least 59 and a half years old, okay? So in this case, Trent can't take his money out without penalty, okay? I can, okay? The second is the Roth IRA account must have been open for at least 5 years, okay? So from today is 2025, you would have to open it in 2020 or before to be qualified and be over 59 and a half. If you meet these criteria, then your distributions will generally not impact your AGI. So in these scenarios, your AGI would remain largely unaffected by the Roth IRA withdrawal. And finally, this is kind of interesting. Let's address a common question about Roth IRAs. Can you continue to contribute to your Roth IRA by also taking a distribution? And the answer, in short, is yes, you generally can. This is one of the flexibilities that makes a Roth IRA so powerful. So here's how it works. First, excuse me. First, remember the rules for contributions. You can contribute as long as you have earned income and meet the income limitations. There's no age limit on contributions. So even if you're taking distributions, you can still add to your Roth IRA. Now let's talk about those distributions. As we discussed, qualified distributions from a Roth are tax-free. To take qualified distributions, you must be at least 59 and a half years old, like we said, and the Roth must have been open for 5 years. Just want to emphasize that because those are two important things to really know before you take money out
Yeah.
of your Roth. So if you meet those requirements, you can take distributions. And those distributions will not prevent you from making further contributions provided you are still eligible to contribute. Essentially, you can be actively building your IRA, okay, let's say putting $8,000 a year in, while also enjoying the tax-free income it provides. You may take $5,000 out a year, okay? Or you may take $20,000 out. You want to buy a new car, okay? This flexibility allows for a dynamic approach to retirement planning. So while the Roth IRA is undeniably a strong contender, whether it's the absolute best depends on your individual circumstances. If you expect to be in a higher tax bracket in retirement, want flexibility, and meet the income requirements, the Roth IRA is likely an excellent choice. Ultimately, the best retirement savings vehicle is the one that aligns with your specific financial goals, risk tolerance, and tax situation. Consulting with a qualified financial advisor can help you determine that the Roth IRA is the right fit for you. However, as always, it's important to remember that tax laws can be complex and individual circumstances vary greatly. Therefore, while this explanation provides a general overview, it's always best to consult with a qualified tax professional or financial advisor for personalized advice. They can help ensure you're making the best decision for your specific financial situation. For me, I love the Roth. It's working out great for me, and I meet all the qualified conditions. So hopefully that was a good explanation around top level of why I believe Roths are one of the best instruments for savings for retirement out there today. Maybe you
Well,
can help your own yacht.
maybe you can. And here's the other thing about this is a lot of companies are now offering Roth 401ks, which means the contribution limit is not 8,000, but whatever in that tax year, the limit contribution level to your 401k. Plus, if your company has a match, I believe that as well goes in tax. It goes already taxed, but comes out tax free. So it can be highly leveraged into something bigger and tax free. One of the people that has become famous for this recently, it came out, is Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel, you may know of him or some of the companies he's been involved in. His big one that started this all off was PayPal. And he is one of the co-founders of PayPal. And what he did was, and he went and opened up a Roth IRA, and at the time, his contribution limit was $2,000. Because PayPal at the time was a private company, they were able to value their shares at whatever price they deemed them to be. And so Peter took $1,700 and bought 1.7 million shares of PayPal in 1999. He then that the value of those shares were 0.001 per share. Fast forward to 2002, eBay comes along and buys PayPal for 1.5 billion. Peter's value of that 1.7 million shares was valued at $55 million. Remember, all done in a Roth IRA, all tax free if he decided to take the money out. He didn't. He stepped back and waited and took his 55 million and then eventually in 2004 made another investment into a company that we probably all know, and that is Facebook. He invested $500,000 into Facebook, which was 10.2% stake in the fledgling company at the time. And that then turned into billions of dollars. In 2019, and this is what we have, what has been disclosed, granted, it's what, 5, 6 years ago, it was his Roth IRA. He had done a couple other transactions similar to this. It was worth $5 billion. Today, that probably value is probably more of 7 to 10 billion. All of this being said, he can now take that money out of the Roth IRA and not pay taxes on it. This is like this is a left field event. This is one of those things, but it got me to thinking. I'm like, I'm one of the average Joes out there. I'm early on in my life, in my career, contributing to a Roth today, investing and risk managing correctly. This Roth could turn into over a 30-year period of time,
This
millions of
yacht.
dollars. Huh?
Yes, this yacht
Yes.
could turn
And
into this yacht.
you could go buy Mark's yacht with it,
This
you
is
know?
no, this is Peter Thiel's yacht. I'm just sitting
Oh,
on
it's
it.
Peter Thiel's yacht. But he has a yacht within a yacht. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on the little yacht. Yeah.
Right. But the point of all this is you have this opportunity that the government is offering to you to put money away and avoid one of the biggest problems in retirement, and that is taxes. If you have it in an IRA, you can do a Roth conversion, reach out to your financial advisor or your CPA to have a conversation about it because it is a bit complex. But it's not too late to convert a IRA to a Roth IRA and take advantage of the tax benefits of a Roth IRA. To me, this is if I'm 21 or 24 years old and I have earned income, this is the first go to. Put money away, put it in the Roth, invest it, manage it, risk manage it, and this could turn into the biggest bucket of money you'll ever see in 30 some years. It's just such a powerful tool. And I assume that Peter Thiel, who has also gone on to make investments in Palantir, Airbnb, SpaceX, and I believe he did make a investment in Tesla. All of this is probably all done in his Roth IRA. What I got to thinking about, Mark, was, and you tell me if I'm off my rocker, but if I'm a business owner, can I could I go in and buy my company in my Roth IRA and be able to have majority ownership in my Roth IRA so that when I turned around and sold my company, similar to what Peter Thiel did, I could take the proceeds from that sale within my Roth IRA and they become tax free if when I take them out. I
Are you
mean,
asking
it
me?
seems yeah, I think it
No,
just sounds like it's something you could do. So if you're a business owner, it may be something to reach out to your CPA and say, hey, let's explore this, especially if you have a business that you potentially could sell down the road and make a lot of money on. So, any final words on this, Mark?
no, I think it's just one of those hidden jewels that a lot of people don't talk about, but can really build your wealth up. Just think of if you were lucky enough and you had a Roth and you got into an NVIDIA, and put a certain amount of your money in there and what that would be worth over the last, 3 to 5 years,
Yeah,
in your Roth. And then now you're looking at it and you say, I'm going to take some off the table or all of it off the table. And there it is sitting there, that you can invest somewhere else or, it's built up tax free. Okay.
it's
Um,
it's
if you did it in a
powerful.
regular IRA, I mean, self-directed IRA or Roth, uh, if you did it in an individual one that's taxed, you would be taxed on that, when you pull it out, but not with a Roth.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I think
you can be a mini Peter Thiel if you know how to invest it right.
right. I think the hesitancy people have is they want that instant gratification of lowering their present day taxes. And so they use an IRA, which is fantastic. You're using a retirement account. Number one, good for you. But they're not looking down the road in that what is the value of that IRA worth when you get into retirement or after 59 and a half? And having to take money out, required distributions, required to take money out, I believe it's 72, and then pay taxes on that. And that money could balloon into some enormous value. Whereas if you did it with the Roth, pay today, win tomorrow, I mean, to me, it makes a lot of sense. And more, I believe that's where you go to, especially if you have a 401 Roth 401k opportunity and the match. I mean, that can be some big contribution levels that you could contribute to, and it could
Yep.
change your life in a big way.
Yep. And it's
So,
sitting
all
right
right,
there. It's sitting right there in front of you.
it is. It's
Just
right there.
Like Peter Thiel's yacht. He just called me. I think
Yeah.
he wants his yacht back.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to
Well,
rent,
maybe
I had
you
to
can
rent a
use some of
half
the
an hour for it. So
maybe you
he's
can
putting
use
that in
some of
his
the
401k.
proceeds to pay for the gas out of your Roth IRA.
Yeah,
All
there you
right.
go.
Well, we'll wrap it up there. Check out Roth IRAs, investigate them, reach out to your CPA or financial advisor if you use one, and explore the use of the Roth IRA. They're easy to set up, and there's a great advantage from a tax perspective in the future. I'm Trent. This is Mark. We're two regular guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like this, and share this with a friend. Go check us out at bestofusinvestors.com in our different services. We just introduced the Morning Edge, which is a morning call, which is a pre-market open discussion about what's happening and opportunities. Go check it out. Learn more at Best of US Investors. In the meantime, have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine, Mark, and always live loud. See ya.
All right. And that.
All right.
So cool.
Yo, you look cool.
Yeah.